Deciding between a sleek lob, a classic stacked bob, or a traditional bob can be challenging, but knowing what you can or can't do with each cut is helpful if you're on the fence about which one will be right for you. Today, I'm breaking down these 3 bobs, the difference in their looks and ways they are cut, and to what styling routine you can expect with each. Let's go. Bobs are in their own category completely when it comes to haircuts. They can be sleek and elegant or edgy and fun. They fit, in my opinion, any face shape and are a cut that will never go out of style. The 3 examples I will be showing today are each different lengths to help give you a good visualization, and I break down the differences in each look. Key tip 1, decide on what bob length is right for you. A lot of loving a bob is being comfortable with how short or long you want the bob to be. A lob is a longer version of a traditional bob. They are typically worn lightly shorter in the back, but the overall length is right at the shoulders or just off. These are an ideal option if you are one who likes to wear your hair up or be able to pull it back and have more options for styling. A lob has very little rounding in the back compared to a traditional bob, where you really see that rounded shape. The rounding shape of a traditional bob creates a look of more fullness in one's hair. It also creates a natural angle, even if the front is not left that much longer. If your concern is wanting to make sure you have enough length to be able to have more options for how you like to wear your hair, a lob would be my suggestion. You can have the slight angle by leaving the front a touch longer. You can wear it sleek and straight, pull it back if need be, and you still have that option to curl your hair. They're the perfect option if you're looking for a new style, but you don't want to commit to a full bob. Key tip 2, don't over layer your bob. Regardless of what bob you go with, all 3 cuts look very sleek in their own way. This is because bobs are not meant to be heavily layered. They more so have textured layers where you see movement within the cut, or longer layers that will help remove length without compromising the standard look of a bob. In a stacked bob, the stack is created by creating shorter, elevated layers that create that tighter look in the nape area. Regardless of how long or short your stack is or the intensity of your angle going towards the front, the overall layers are still long to the length of the cut. Hopefully I'm explaining that well enough. I tend to get a little technical with my bobs, so apologies. If you put too many layers in any of these 3 cuts, they start to lose the bob look and they work their way into other cuts like a Bixie or just a shorter layered haircut, which is fine. It's just not going to look like a bob. Key tip 3, commitment to styling your hair. While one might think a bob is going to be easier to style because there is less hair compared to longer cuts, they actually require more day-to-day styling or weekly styling. Because the option to throw your hair up is not as great, it's a lot harder to hide a bad hair day that you might be having. When my hair was shorter, like a bob, I had to reshape it daily. Granted, it didn't take me a lot of time, but with my hair type, it was rare that I didn't have to do this. If you have naturally curly hair and you prefer to always wear your bob straight, it's going to require a little bit more iron work, especially in that nape area. Make sure when you are reshaping your dry hair, whether it be with a dryer or an iron, to always use a heat protectant, and I will list some of my favorite options in the description below. If you curl your hair with this style of cut, you most likely will be able to play off that look easier throughout your week by having to just touch up a few pieces, or you can use a paste or texture spray to give the curls a boost. Key tip 4, find the right stylist. Bobs are a very specific haircut and not all stylists cut them the same. Before making an appointment with a stylist, ask them if they even cut bobs. I have worked with stylists who short hair just wasn't their thing, and they would refer clients out to other stylists that they knew would give the client a better cut. You can either ask the stylist this directly or ask the front desk who is good with cutting bobs. If you're new to an area or you don't have a stylist, take note of people when you're out and about. If you're at the grocery store or out to dinner, if you see someone with a cut that you love, ask them where they got their hair done and for the stylist's name. I can't count the number of clients I have had from that exact scenario. You've already seen their work firsthand, and it allows for you to already have a comfort level going into your appointment. Key tip 5, keeping up with regular haircut appointments. All 3 of these cuts require regular trims to keep up with the style that the cut is supposed to have. Because all 3 of these cuts are shorter, they're gonna lose their shape and not lay the same as at the beginning of the cut. How soon you need a haircut depends on how fast your hair grows and is personal preference, but my suggestion for each cut goes as follows. A lob should be cut anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks. Lobs out of the 3 options have the least precision to the actual cut. So besides the length being longer, you won't lose as much of the overall style as it grows out. A traditional bob typically needs a trim every 6 to 8 weeks, as there's a little bit more detail to create that roundness that gives them their shape. Once this area gets too long, you may notice your hair starting to sort of like flip out in the back, and any texture you have throughout the cut might not create as much fullness as you prefer to see. A stacked bob, you should aim for a trim every 4 to 5 weeks, as this is the most detailed cut. If you like that tight look with a clean angle going forward, that's gonna grow out faster than you think. The back often tends to grow faster than the front, so the cut can start to lose that look of that sleek line. Obviously, everyone's hair grows at a different speed, but if you love your lob, bob, or stacked bob, they do require more frequent trips to the salon versus other cuts. And our final tip, key tip 6, hair grows. So you got a bob, and instead of loving it, you hate it, which really stinks for the time being, but it's not permanent and it will grow out. Maybe you'll learn to love it after a few weeks or a month, maybe you won't, but rest assured it will grow. I so hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which bob is your favorite, and you can check out this other fun video all about haircuts right here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.